Trump and Keir Starmer hold talks on the final day of the US president's state visit to Britain. Now, the British Premier earlier welcomed Mr. Trump at his Chequers country residence. Talks follow the unveiling of a $205 billion US package of American investment into Britain. The deals are set to cover sectors including technology, which are aimed at reinforcing their special relationship.
Like to implement.
We're having a live look here as Donald Trump and Keir Starmer hold what we're calling a briefing now following their talks at Chequers. Let's listen in for a moment.
You can write everything off in the first year, including structure. So you didn't even have that in the first bill. I think it was the biggest factor in the first bill why it led to such growth. And this is actually a better form of expensing, and it's actually more significant. So today America is strong. Our economy is, I think, potentially the strongest it's ever been. We'll see very soon those big places that are being built all over the country. Car companies are moving in. AI is moving in. Everybody's coming in. They all want to be here. The drug companies are coming back. They all want to be there. They sort of have to be there, but they want to be there. But with this agreement, our cherished friendship with the United Kingdom is getting stronger and stronger. And again, I want to thank the Prime Minister. He worked very hard on this and getting this deal done. This is long in the making. They've been talking about it for a long time, and we got it done. And it's a real honor to be with you. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, let's go to Ollie Barrett. He is covering the event for CNA. It is live from Windsor in England. And Ollie, we heard a bit of that live press conference a second ago. Didn't hear what the details were. So walk us through the key deals that were expected to be signed at today's meeting.
That's right, Jill. President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Keir Starmer are addressing a group of business leaders, some of whom have travelled with President Trump on this state visit. And the key reason for doing so is to sign together this so-called tech prosperity deal between the UK and the United States. This will roll out all sorts of cooperation between the two countries on artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and civil nuclear energy provision as well. In addition to this, Keir Starmer's been praising and extolling the virtues of what he says is over $200 billion of American investment from American companies into the UK economy in technology, but other areas as well. The largest chunk of that, for example, coming from Blackstone, the American investment firm. Now, some of that money will get spent quickly, we're being told by the UK government. Some of it will be investment that flows over the course of the next decade or so. And what UK government sources are telling Channel News Asia is that when it comes to things like AI, they feel that the UK has expertise, it has talent, it has employees and great dynamic companies. What the United States can give it is some of that investment that can lead to scaling up of these companies to become real world beaters. So President Trump and Keir Starmer both talking up the agreements that they've reached between the two countries. And President Trump saying that he thinks that the UK and the US can bring down trade barriers in terms of their trading relationship. Of course, critics of President Trump will say this comes at a time when he's actually been erecting trade barriers with some of his closest allies.
Yeah, we saw the two leaders holding up their trade agreements, their signed trade agreements a moment ago. But there are also some tough discussions on the table, particularly the war in Gaza as well as Ukraine. How has Mr. Starmer indicated he's going to broach those topics with Mr. Trump?
Well, Keir Starmer has always said that he does have different positions on a number of issues from President Trump and that they have different ideological standpoints that they come from. But he says their friendship and their relationship has allowed them to raise those things with each other, but also to disagree in a way that doesn't disrupt their relationship. On Gaza, for example, we know that the US does not support the looming decision that we expect from the UK in the days ahead to move towards the recognition of a Palestinian state. We know that at times the position to take on Ukraine, particularly with regards to how tough a stance to take in regards to Moscow, that has been a difference between the two countries at times in recent months as well. Free speech is something that the President raised in his speech here at Windsor Castle yesterday evening UK time. time. And that has been a concern raised by American officials with UK officials since the Donald Trump administration got into power this time around. So there are issues which are potentially tricky. When we get to some further comments, press conference between the two leaders a little bit later on, and questions from journalists, crucially, we may see Donald Trump go off-piste. We could see part of the visit derailed in that way. But up to now, the two individuals, the two men, have been keen to stress their friendships and the things that they see eye to eye on, rather than the things on which they take different positions.
All right, we will wait to see if that press conference happens. Meanwhile, thank you so much, Ollie Barrett, covering that story for us for CNA live from Windsor, England.
Here's a travel hack for your next location. I found out about Airalo, which is an eSIM app that allows you to buy a prepaid data package in whatever country you're headed to before you get there. Now I'm always prepared before getting to a destination and can truly enjoy my vacation. Going away soon? Stay prepared and check out Airalo today.